Gemini, welcome to your second half of September heart spread. Using the Ethereal Visions Illuminated Tarot deck, if you give a darn. High Priestess there. And in this reading, it reads who's on your mind, who you're thinking of, who's in your heart. If I could be corny, which I will be. It's a love relationship channel. So it's going to pick up who's in your heart. If you are single, I have a new singles read, a daily read. Special Six of Cups edition yesterday. And check out today's. Trying to do something a little different with it, shake it up a little bit. It's kind of a reading, but it's just based around the Six of Cups. Check out yesterday's if you don't have someone in your mind or you feel like you're in that single area. It's definitely kind of a couples reading. You really have to be with anyone. You're crushing on someone, thinking of them. They might not even be alive. In today's single reading, if you want to check it out, it's a forensic reading where I go back and contact for the singles, a collective read, whoever resonates. What's the most meaningful relationship that you need to close? They could have passed away. The most meaningful relationship before the one I'm in now, it just broke up and it felt like death to me. I mean, it's kind of closure, but I took care of that, a lot of help. But like that, go back and it'll do it if that's what you want. Go to whoever's that person is, or that maybe a family, really, maybe mom. Leave it up to spirit to decide. And I will take that. These cards are hard for me to shuffle. I'm all messed up. So this is where you're at, where your mind is at, and where your heart is at around love and relationships. Three of Pentacles. The Illuminated Tarot, it really emphasizes the collaborative aspect of this card. When I first got this deck, I made me realize I would really focus on the work aspect of this card. To me, this is that good worker card, the crafts person, the glass blower I always use, who she's so good that she's the glass blower's glass blower. If they really want something special for their wife or husband or something, they'll go to her. So in any case, it's a very good card to get in this position. It's kind of showing where you're at in terms of love and relationship. And the big thing that it shouts out to me, kind of really two things. It says you've done the work on yourself, the good work of self, shadow work, and that you're in a position where you're really solid, Pentacles, and three is great energy. It's moving, and you're willing to work with someone. You're willing to work on a relationship. You're willing to put work into it. And they're not a lazy lover, and you're not a lazy lover. So if you're cross watching, take that one to the bank. Your Gemini is not a lazy lover. Probably not lazy at all. That's the feeling I'm getting. You're someone that believes if any job is worth doing, it's worth doing right. So, King of Swords. This is your other person, where their mind and heart is at. Yeah, we're going to have to go with the air sign. Always think with any of these readings, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. And I don't hammer all that stuff. Yeah, give me a thumbs up. Please do subscribe. I really do want to hit 1,000. It means a lot to me. And I'll be able to go live. I think this will be a lot more fun. But yeah, and they're coming from a very strong position. I believe this is fine energy. Now, the only downside to a King of Pentacles, and it might not be a downside. I'm not really feeling yet how it is. We'll see as we go along. But they could be a little controlling, a little over assertive, overly assertive. And I often see this 1 and 2 card with you. I would say 2. I'm feeling the energy of the past often with this card. With you, you cut ties. I bet you spiritually I did. It was a tough decision. And you're coming really clean. You're not coming in carrying a lot of baggage from the past, guys. Coming in solid. Cross watcher, ding ding on your Gemini. Good in bed, not carrying a lot of baggage. That's 2 strikes in their favor. So let's see how you're reacting to your potential air sign here. Also, they're probably somewhat kind of dominant, not in a bad way necessarily at all. Someone that can damn well assert themselves, understands their value, understands how to set limits and boundaries, like extraordinaire. I get the feeling, you look at this too, I gotta say, look at the face. A lot of the kings in this card are kind of soft. This one's kind of hard. Which it should be, the King of Swords. This is someone that, I got the feeling like if anyone is around them or whatever, and this person could just give them a look. And most people might kind of just sort of back down just by the way they look at them. And I'm not really picking up they're an asshole or anything like that. They're just strong and assertive. I'm not doing reversals, okay? Sometimes, but the Chariot, wow, what a wonderful card. I don't know, crosswatch, we're going to go ding, 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 because this is your position now, Gemini, the Cancer card, that's in your chart. Well, it's obviously in your chart, but if that's significant to you, that could have meaning. This is feeling like you're really making progress, you're on the right path. This is regarding your person now. So you're feeling them like this is the one. And I always feel the Chariot is like alignment and triumph in a way. Like the 6 of Wands is the triumph card where you're getting adulation from the crowds, from the people. This is, I really feel this strongly. It's really, to me, as if our spirit guides are in the stands cheerleading for the Chariot. And they're the ones that are giving us the adulation, the accolades for it. And now this is around how you feel about your person. So you're probably feeling like this is like a soulmate energy or something. This could have hit you hard, could have hit you fast. What did I tell you about the other kings being? I love this, guys. God damn. You know what? This has such a good feeling. It was like yesterday's I think it was the Aries reading, had this kind of feeling. 2 mature people that are cool and responsible. I don't see the manifestation angle that was there yesterday, but let's see as we go along. Anybody watch me at all? In this deck, I love the King of Cups. Look, it looks like Jim Morrison, man. Got the Pisces, got this fish around his neck, huh? Also kind of like reminds me of the dude too, because he's kind of in that dude robe and he's got the cup. Could that be a white Russian that he's got? Could be. But look, no kidding around now. This is a ding for your person, Gemini. Big ding. King, 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 king. Did I not tell you? And so this also shows me they're very well balanced. And might have an air sun and a water moon. Let me know. I bet you. Pisces, baby. Moon. Wow, 2 kings. So the point is, this is how they feel about you. When they're around you, when they think of you, how their energy is towards you, they become the King of Cups. What is that? They soften. So this person, I'm going to tell you right now, they're different with you than they are with anyone else. I see this, I'm an astrologer, I see this in a chart sometimes. Probably Aquarius, this sounds, which is a good match for you, Gemini. Very well comes to mind. And, they can be a little cold, a little aloof, detached a little bit. Can be very, I wish I had it sometimes. I'm a mess, my Cancer moon. And that's how they deal. I told you how they deal with everyone else. If they're probably a boss, a business owner, I don't know, they're substantial, right? They have authority somehow. And when people come around them, it's like yes sir, no sir, yes ma'am, no ma'am type of energy. But when they're around you, look, they're in a robe, they got their white Russian, and they're like, hey man, you say hippie like it's a bad thing, man. Is that not the coolest king you've ever seen in your whole life? And I mean, my God, the Chariot to the King of Cups, this is beautiful energy. So, soulmate, I mean, ding, 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 big time here. They're probably a little bit older than you, Gemini, guessing. Let's see. Temperance, the Sagittarius card, Major Arcana. Okay, Gemini, this is a karmic relationship, I mean, all are, so this has a lot of importance. And as advice from Spirit, look how beautiful this is in the Ethereal Visions deck. It's really, well, if you just look up the word temperance or just think about temperance, this is what it is. And I always think of it as a strong Sagittarius. This is the energy of you're feeling good and you're feeling okay. It's like you're not going, everything's going to be okay. You're just like, everything's great. Everything's just great, you know? And so you have a lot of patience. There's nothing to worry about. There's nothing to fret over. There's nothing to worry about. Nothing to obsess over. I relate to this insofar as relationship goes, because everything's fine and there's no hassles and you click and it's not bullshit, it's just for real. If you need to talk about something, you just talk about it. You don't worry about talking about it, you know. It's a beautiful energy. You're in that place where, you know, you're the brave man who dies but one death, while the fearful man dies 1,000 deaths. It's a great place to be in terms of relationship. I think with this being your advice from Spirit, it's just saying, you know, I think you kind of already know this, but sort of reminding you, look at what you got here, you know? 6 of Cups, Jesus Christ. Okay, so cross watcher, Gemini, let your person know. It's going to be a second ding for them, ding, ding, for your person, for the cross watcher. Do check out yesterday's singles reading, baby, if you want to see. Also, I have, the soul family read. If you're not single, it's a collective read. Just, I'd like you to join me. It's kind of like Terence McKenna said, find the others. So that's my read for the others that resonate with me. I read myself in it a little bit. I do that every day, try to keep it short. But I also did that around the 6 of Cups energy. And, you know, soulmate, and as I was saying, it's also about just kind of exactly what I was saying. Everything's okay, emotionally balanced. You know, recognize a Gemini person, cross watcher, just like temperance, exactly, perfect. These are great. Everything's going together great here so far. Now, we're going to look at advice for relationship as a whole and the outcome in a second here. So, and just you're feeling like you're emotionally balanced, and you know you're. Another thing I should say, it's really beautiful, is you let this person around you. They can let their hair down. Energetically, I can feel it's like it's kind of release, you know, because it's not like they're uptight, but to have this kind of energy, it comes at a cost. It's all energy. And to be that strong, you know, comes at a cost. You know, honestly, this could be someone sexually might like deliberately to be submissive, simply to relieve themselves and help relax into this King of Cups energy. Wouldn't be surprised at all. So let's see what we've got for advice from Spirit. Go for it. I mean, for advice from Spirit, of all the cards, 78 cards in this deck, there's no more card than this one that might say just go for it. And it's really go for it. So it kind of implies like, you know, I think both of you are solid people. This might have happened kind of quick for you guys. Not quick for me. It's modus operandi. Particularly for your other person, I'm guessing. But they just recognized the energy immediately, and they saw no red flags. You see no red flags. They recognize your stability. I think that was a factor because they are a substantial person. And I think in some way, maybe you're younger than them, maybe you're not as substantial as them and monetarily or something like this. And immediately it meant nothing to them when they recognized A, this soulmate energy that was obvious out of the chute, and B, that you were a sincere, no-nonsense person, mature person, stable person. And then they're all in. Wow, the outcome, the 4 of Pentacles. This is this is what this means. I don't want to clarify it because you'd think the Four of Pentacles, particularly in this deck, it's withdrawing energy, and it is. I think you guys are going to go, because this is the outcome. You're going to get together, and I think maybe you're keeping this kind of under wraps. Whatever's going on, you're not putting on Facebook or whatever. Maybe you're being selective with anyone sharing about what's going on. It could even be something involved here in terms of reputation and business, some real practical reason going on, nothing bad, but in some way you're containing this relationship. Four of Pentacles here, containing it in a very solid way, but then this is intuitive, it's not really a card. I have the sense, I want to say that you should, but I think that you will retreat together and withdraw your energy, maybe from your careers, maybe from your immediate surroundings. I think you'll go somewhere else. I wouldn't be surprised if one of you, possibly, or most likely, your King of Swords here, it doesn't have a vacation home for this. And you're going to sort of cloister yourself for some period of time, at least 4 days, maybe 4 weeks. I mean, like, just kind of remove yourself, almost like remove yourself from the world here, Gemini. There's a healing aspect of it, and maybe this is why the Fool comes in, because, you know, the Fool, you know, when you're in the Fool energy, everybody's probably, unless they're really cool, everybody's be like, what? You just met them. What do you mean you're getting married in Monaco and taking a 4-week vacation tour of Europe and staying in, I don't know, whatever like that. And so you're just kind of keeping it to yourselves, and I get it. Let me know if this resonates. And, you know, a lot of my readings are kind of pretty specific, but, you know, it is what it is. You know, sometimes you have to make it fit a little bit. That's how I work it. It doesn't have to be exact, but just kind of energies coming in. And, you know, one of the very most positive readings, this one, of the heart spread, done thousands that I've ever done. Thank you, guys.